In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect a USB condenser microphone to a Maonocaster Lite, M9 live sound card, A2 live sound card, and two kinds of V8 live sound card. Without further ado, let's get started. And now let me show you the USB condenser microphone that we will be using to connect to this sound cards on here. So this is the one. As you can see, this one has a volume control with echo, and most especially the one that has a headphone port. And by the way, if you have the other one, the one that doesn't have that one, so like this one here, it doesn't have a headphone port. Unfortunately, this one won't work. I do not know yet what kind of adapter needed for it to work. So again, this is the one that works to be connected to this different kinds of sound cards on here. And by the way, we will not be using a computer for this setup. So what I will do is this cord here, instead of the type A here goes to the computer, I will just use a power bank. So this one is the power bank. Because if we are going to connect this one to the sound card directly, it will not work. It needs power for this USB condenser microphone to work. Okay, as you can see on here, I do have this cords on here. They're both the same. They're both 3.5 mm TRS, so the one that has two lines. So one cord I will use to connect from this USB condenser microphone to the sound card, and then the other cord I will use to connect from the sound card to the speaker on here, so you can hear also the audio output. Okay, let's now do the connections, which is very simple. Okay, so of course, let's connect this one. So the type D USB goes here. Okay, and as I mentioned earlier, I will connect the other end to here, to this power bank. Okay, as you can see, it has light now, so which means it has now power. So again, this is the most important part. If it has a headphone port here, then you can connect that to this sound card. So one end here, we will connect to here, to the headphone port, and then the other end, let's first try connecting it to here, to this M9 live sound card. So what you will do, you will connect it to the one that says microphone. So you just select microphone 1 or 2. So maybe let's connect it to the one that says mic 2. And as I mentioned, I will connect this one also to a speaker, so you can hear the audio output. Okay, so I will connect it to the one that says earphone. Okay, and the other end I will connect to this speaker. Okay, let me just turn on the speaker. Okay, there you go. Now let's test it. Let's turn on this M9 live sound card. Okay, there it is. And then let's put some volume on here, and then the monitor. Sound check, testing 1, 2, sound check. So there you go. As you can see, it is working. Sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. As I showed you earlier, it has the echo on here. So let's say, for example, the echo here is at 0. Okay, so something like that. I have lowered the echo here to 0. And yet, from this M9 sound card, it has a reverb on here. So let's try turning it up. Sound check, testing 1, 2. So there you go. Even if the echo here on this USB condenser microphone is at 0, you still have that reverb because there is reverb from this sound card. Okay, now let me maybe put echo on here. Okay, I'm gonna put the echo here to 12 o'clock. Okay, and this time I'm gonna lower the reverb from this M9 sound card. Okay, there it is, maybe at 12 o'clock as well. There you go, sound check, testing 1, 2. So I hope you hear that audio or sound or vocals from this speaker. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. And of course, you can select whichever mode of your voice that you want to select. Let's say, for example, if we're going to use primal, so primal, as you know, using this M9 sound card that is flat without any reverb or echo. Okay, let's try even if we turn on the echo from here. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. So there is a little bit of echo if we turn on the echo from this USB condenser microphone. There you go. So I have turned the echo from the USB condenser microphone to 0, and the vocals this time is flat without any effects. Okay, maybe I'll put back to 12 o'clock. Sound check, and still you can adjust your vocals by like turning the high, mid, and low here as you preferred. So let's say this is the high, more on treble, sound check, and then the low is more of a bass, sound check. So it's up to you, whatever is your preferred vocals. And if you want to change your voice using this USB condenser microphone, it does work as well. So let's try. Let's say baby, sound check,
testing, 1, 2, and then the female, sound check,
and then the male. There you go.
So as you can see, it does work. And now I selected MC vocal tone, and that is the audio you will hear. And now let's try the karaoke. This is now the karaoke tone. And then the recording studio. This is the recording studio. And then the primal. So primal sounds like that. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. And of course, if you press mute on here, then you don't hear anything if you muted yourself. And as I showed you earlier, on this USB condenser microphone, it has a mute button as well. Let me turn it on. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. Sound check, there you go. So when I turned it on, it did not work as well. So I muted myself when I turned on the mute button from this USB condenser microphone. So in other words, you have two options. It's either you mute yourself from this M9 sound card, or you can mute also yourself from this USB condenser microphone. And now let's try the next one, the live sound card A2. Okay, so what I will do is I am going to remove this two cords on here, and I'm going to connect them to here. Okay, let me turn this off now. Okay, so I'm going to remove this one now. Okay, and then let's do this one. Okay, so this time, this headphone port here, so this cord, I will connect this one to almost the same thing. So let's connect it to here. First, let's try connecting it to the one that says mic, if it works. And then the other cord, the speaker, let's connect it to the one that says sound. Okay, so the one that says sound, let's connect this one. Okay, so let's turn it on this time. Okay. Okay, and now let's give it a try. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. So as you can see, the volume is not that loud. We can turn the volume up from here, sound check. And also we can turn the volume up from this USB condenser microphone. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. There you go. If you want to lower it from this USB condenser microphone, sound check, testing, 1, 2. Okay, so in other words, you can lower the volume from here, from the USB condenser microphone, or from here. So again, we connected this USB condenser microphone to the one that says mic port at the back of this A2 live sound card. So sound check, testing, 1, 2. And if you want effects to your vocals, then you can turn on or turn the volume here from this echo volume knob. Sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be the audio output if you're going to select that. Okay, so now let's try connecting this USB condenser microphone to the 48 volt. Okay, so let's connect it this time to here. So from mic, I will connect this time to the one that says 48 volt mic. Okay. Sound check. Okay, so you will not hear anything because the volume here is at 0. Okay, so let's turn the volume up from here. Sound check. Testing 1 2 1 2 3 4. So as you can see, if the microphone, USB condenser microphone, is connected to the 4 to 8 volt input from this A2 Live sound card, there won't be no audio if the volume here is at 0. So something like that. There you go. So even if this one is high, actually this volume knob here doesn't affect anymore if the USB condenser microphone is connected to the 4 to 8 volt port from this A2 sound card. So as you can see, it is at 0 and you can still hear me talking. Okay, so let me just lower the volume from this USB condenser microphone. Sound check. Testing 1 2. Okay, so this time let me put some echo on it. Let's see what's the effect. Sound check. Testing 1 2 1 2 3 4. Sound check. Testing 1 2 1 2 3 4. There you go. So as you notice, it does work whether you connect it to the mic port at the back of this A2 Live sound card or at the 4 to 8 volt mic input. It does work wherever you connect it. And now we can try also testing using the different vocal tones on here. Let's say, for example, professional. Sound check, testing 1 2. So that is the professional. Let's try K-song. K-song, this is K-song. And then fashion. Fashion, testing 1 2. And then let's try DJ. DJ, sound check, testing 1 2. And now for game. So game is like that. It's just flat. It sounds like the gain is higher, but no effects. And if we compare it to the one original, so original is like a deeper voice, but with no effect also. It's like no echo, no reverb. Okay, so if you want to try the voice changer on here, so let's say female. Sound check, testing 1 2, and then the male, and then the female. There you go. So as you notice, it does work as well. Okay, so now let's try testing the Maonocaster Lite. So what I'll do, I will remove these two cords here and connect this one to the Maonocaster Lite. Okay, so from here I am going to connect this USB condenser microphone to here. So let's connect it to mic 1 or mic 2. So this time let's try connecting it to mic 1. And then the other one, so the one from this speaker, we will connect it to output. So let's connect it to the one that says output. Okay, so now let's turn it on. Okay, there you go. And now let's give it a try. Sound check, testing 1 2 1 2 3 4. So same as earlier. If you want to put some echo, then just turn this volume slider up. Sound check, testing 1 2. So as you notice, it does work as well. And if you want to try the different voice tone on here, the Pro, the Pop, MC, Original. Okay, and if you want to use the voice changer on here, so it's just over here, the one that says speech.
Female.
So this is the female,
Male.
then the male,
Baby.
then the baby,
Robot.
and then the robot. Okay, so again, it does work also even using this Maonocaster Lite. Now, using a Maonocaster Lite with this one, you can mute yourself by pressing the mute button from this USB condenser microphone. Okay, let me do that right now. Okay, sound check, testing 1 2 1 2. Sound check, there you go. So when I turned it on, the mute button on here, it did not work. Even if I talk, you did not hear me from this speaker. Okay, so now let me show you connecting this USB condenser microphone to this type of V8 sound card. So same as I am doing, I'm going to connect these two cords on here to this V8 sound card. Let me turn this off first. Oh, it's right there. Okay, so let me remove this one, and then, okay, so let me do this one first. Okay, so from here, I am going to connect this one, okay, which is connected to this USB condenser microphone to here, to the one that says condenser microphone. And then the other end, I will connect to the one that says speaker or earphone. Okay, let's turn it on. Okay, there it is. And now let's give it a try. Sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you go. As you can see, it does work as well, connecting a USB condenser microphone to this type of V8 live sound card. And if you want to give it a try using the pitch bend or the voice changer, a electro, there you go, sound check, testing, 1, 2.
Then the pitch bend sounds like that.
And then the magic sounds like that. I believe the pitch bend has 2 voice changer on it.
Sound check, testing, 1, 2.
And then this is the other one, and then
This is the other one.
Okay, so that is the voice changer on this type of sound card. So again, as you can see, it did work. So if you want to put some reverb or effect on it, so it's just over here. So put some echo on it. So sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you go. As you can see, it did work. And this time, let's try the last one here. So another type of V8 live sound card. So same as what we were doing, let's remove these 2 cords and connect it to here. Okay, so let me just turn this off first. Okay. Okay, so now let me connect this USB condenser microphone to to the one that says condenser microphone on here. And then the speaker we will connect to here, to the one that says earphone. Okay, and let's turn it on. Okay, there you go. Okay, and let's try it this time. Because this other kind of V8 sound card is a low battery, so what I'll do is I'm going to charge it while using. So I'm going to connect this cord here, micro USB to USB type A, to the one that says charging. And then I'm going to use also this portable charger on here. Okay. Okay, there you go. And now let me turn on this sound card. Okay, and let's give it a try now. Sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, it does work as well. The audio is not that stable because it's low battery. I'm charging it while using. So it could be better if this is not low battery. Sound check, testing, 1, 2. And again, if you want to put some echo or effects to your vocals, then it sounds like that. Sound check. Testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you want to mute yourself, as you can see in this type of V8 sound card, it doesn't have a mute button on here, so you can do this one with this kind of USB condenser microphone. So you just have to mute yourself from here and you're muted. Let's do it. Okay, so I muted, testing, 1, 2. Let me turn it back. Sound check, so I turn it back on and I turn it off, and now you can hear me again. So there you go, so it does work. And if you want to use the voice changer on here, let's see this one.
This is the voice changer, sound check. Sound check, let's press it again.
Sound check, testing, 1, 2. And one more time.
And
then one more time.
So there you go, the voice changer does work as well using this USB condenser microphones. And that's all I can share for today. Thanks again, guys, for watching. If you like this type of videos, please give it a like. And if you want more of this type of videos, consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you are always updated for all the upcoming videos I will be posting. Keep safe, and until next time.